Hi, I'm Lisa with Centered Sage. I'm a broom maker here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I'm in my workshop today. I'm making a hand whisk in the turkey wing style, and I thought I would show you how I do it. I've got my sections all laid out already. I'm gonna do a quick broom maker's knot with my thread. Cinch that down. I'm gonna trim this. We're gonna leave about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or maybe 1/2 of an inch. And we're gonna start with our first section. This is a really fun blend. I love this blend. So it has black, sort of a wine red, so a deeper red, some orange in there, and purple. Did I say purple? I don't know. Okay, we're going to start by burying our knot in our first layer of broom corn. So just kind of measure that out. I'm going to tuck it in. All right, and then we're going to do 2-3 wraps. Careful not to pull until you've got at least 2 wraps all the way around. And then we're going to pull very tight. And I mean very tight. And then we're just going to decide how many wraps we're going to do. I think I'm going to do 6. I think I've probably got 7 on there now. Okay, so I'm going to have it wrap 6 times here, and then on the 7th I'm going to advance with my string here. So I'm ready for my next section. We just tap it a little bit. We want to make sure our ends, are as flat as they can be, and we want to match them up real well with our bundle that we already have attached here. So I'm going to advance a little bit and turn it over. Turn it over again. Can you see the little section I created? And then we're going to wrap 6 times. There's 6. Okay. So got a few crazy pieces, but we can trim those. And a lot of crazy pieces. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Advance, flip it, and we just want to keep an eye on our sections and try as much as you can. Probably it's not going to be perfect, but try to make them about the same distance apart. I think always looks nice. Sorry about my squeaky wheel down here. It needs some WD-40 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 6. 2 more. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm always stacking on the same end. So I'm not loading a bundle on this side and then loading a bundle on this side. I'm always, once you've picked your edge you're going to build on, stick with that. I just love these colors. It's a great mix, and if you're into colors and their energy, what a fun blend this is. You've got black in there for grounding, protection, stability. Let's see, red, passion, vitality, forward movement, courage. Let's see, we have purple, crown chakra energy. It's good for intuition, wisdom, spiritual insight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7. Just it's a little short. Advance, flip it over on the other side. Create our section. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Let me wrap this one so I'll show you. See how we've created our section so far. Okay, here goes our last section here. Oh, which color did we skip? I think we skipped orange. What's orange? Orange is creativity. What is it? Like kind of like motivation. A spark to action. It's always creativity though for me. Okay, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, 7. So now we've added all of our bundles. So we kind of have our shape started here, and we're just going to continue up the handle until we get. We're going to trim all this uneven stuff, but we need to get up to about there. So we're just going to continue making our sections. That is so annoying. I'm so sorry about the squeaks. That's 6, so this will be 7. Always just make sure my sections are about the same. Well, at least for this particular broom, you can do it however you want. You can have skinny sections and then a fat section. You can do it however you want. You can have them progress and get bigger, or progress and get smaller. You can use your creativity. 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to do one more, and that'll be my last one. So I'm going to advance, create this last section. Okay, since this is our last section, we want to have a hanging loop on here so that we can hang it on a wall or workbench. So we're gonna have a little cord here It's just a little piece of, I'm sure it's faux leather maybe. We're gonna just put the 2 tips. I'm gonna let me trim this guy. He doesn't have a very skinny tip, so we're gonna trim him a little bit. Maybe. There. Put him in on the other side. Not sure why it's a him, but apparently it's a him. Okay. We're gonna wrap those in there. Do a couple wraps that pull tight. Okay. And then I always make this final section at least 2 or 3 times bigger than the other sections. So I think I'm about a half or a third of the way through. So I'm gonna add a ripcord. I don't know if you can see. So this has a loop on one end and then a knot on the other. So we're gonna slip this in under our thread in a inconspicuous spot. The loop end is gonna be towards the top of the handle and the knot down towards the bristles. And we're gonna just wrap right over it, wrap it into the thread. I think just a couple more here. I think that's good. Yeah? What do you think? I think so. Okay. So I'm going to take this string. I don't know if you can hear how tight that is. And I keep that tension on this thread the entire time I'm wrapping. I can't lose that tension or the broom will unravel. So I'm kind of just crossing that over where we just wrapped and pinching it with my thumb. And I'm gonna trim the cord here, holding it at this spot really tight. Okay. Then we're gonna take our loop end of our ripcord and that tail we just cut, we're gonna slip that through the loop. And then we're gonna take the knotted end of our ripcord. Maybe if I can get my fingers in there. And we are going to, just want to make sure it's not going to get stuck on anything. Okay, and then we're just going to rip it through, just like that. And then our tail that we trimmed from our taut cord is here. We're going to trim that off. We get to play with fire. So the little frayed end that we just trimmed, I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit, maybe. I think this guy needs a charge. Okay. All right, so we have our loop, our little hanging loop, and oh, this guy just looks so skinny. Let's trim and make sure we're straight first. So we're gonna take a pair of scissors and just make sure it's level all the way across. I'm gonna put my glasses on because broomcorn flies all over the place when you trim it. I got a little sideways, didn't I? A little bit. Perfect. Okay, that guy wants to come out because it's okay. And it's not very, it's not shaped much like a turkey wing. So the trick to that is take it in sections, grab a hold of a section here, put it over your knee, the front of your knee and just kind of pull towards you. Grab another section. Grab another section. And then it fans out nicely. Then we'll take our broom maker's knife here and trim this nice and even. You can use, might be able to use a I don't know, PVC cutter or something. I use a bandsaw sometimes to get a nice even cut. Anyway, so there's our turkey wing. Thanks for hanging out. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you want to see more of this. If there's other broom styles, if you would like more instruction as I'm building them, just let me know. Thanks for hanging out.